Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. And this week on the old magic roundabout, we've got a Dinky Toys. I think it's a Dinky Toys, give me correctly. No, it's a Corgi Toys. It's a Corgi Toys Italian sports car. Now we'll get into the name in a minute. This is a DMC challenge for this month, Diecast and Modelers Community, and it was any European vehicle. So I've had this one kicking about for a while, so I thought I'd do this one. This looks an interesting model to do. As you watch this go around, I'd just like to welcome any new friends to the channel, welcome aboard, and welcome back any old friends of the channel. Thanks for staying with me, sticking with me. It's much appreciated through this new year coming up, 2023. So let's get this off the old magic, get it on a bench and have a look at it and see what we got, see what we're dealing with. Okay, then we're on the bench. As you can see, I've got two. Okay, this one was donated to me by Paul from Pimp My Diecasts, because when I was doing an unboxing, he noticed that I hadn't got a wheel for this, and so he said that he'd send me one. Which has got a complete set of wheels, which was nice of Paul, thank you. This one, the body is seriously corroded, so I was going to change the body because this has got a straight pillar, whereas this one hasn't. But I think there's going to be too much pitting behind there, especially in this corner. But the windscreen's okay, so we'll have a look. Right, okay, now pronunciation. You lot can pronunciate that because I ain't even gonna try. There you go. I think it's a Mangusti. It's Italian anyway. So, as you know, I'm not very good at pronunciations. There you go. So I'll try and get it a bit more focus if I can. There you go. That's what it is. I look forward to your comments on this one because I've got no chance of pronunciation. Right. Okay. Main thing about this is it's got a separate chassis, which I think is rather cool. So you push back from the front here and lift it up. There you have the separate chassis. And put it back. I think you put it back from the front. I can't remember now. Yeah, no, put it back from the back like that and just shove it in there. Alrighty, so there you go. That's a neat little trick, isn't it? Got a few rivets or posts pinned over, two there, one at the back. These two will release the front half, I would say. That one will release the back half. Okay, it's got the foreign lights gear in there, the yellow lamps, back which are plastic, which saves me doing some painting on that. So that can become apart, but then there's this piece here. In order to get the wheels, the plastic suspension, this is all plastic suspension on here. To get all this lot out, you have to take these two rivets out here. All right, because then that'll come out, that'll come off, lift them out. As you can see, the wheels are pinned over. This one, for some reason, wasn't very good, and the wheels come off. All right. So, there's the engine, quite a detailed engine on there. And there's some words written on that engine top there. So we can clean that up and make it look quite smart. Paint that two colours, paint it aluminium and silver. Got a little gear stick there, plastic. Wheels are quite nice. If you look at them wheels, they're quite nice, fancy wheels, aren't they? Try and keep it in focus if I can. There you go. They're quite nice. Rubber tyres. Right, get the tools out, get these both stripped and see what we can do. Alrighty. Right, we drilled it out. Let's deal with this one first. As we said, there was two rivets, three posts to drill out. Two there, one there. Very straightforward. This one is barely hanging on, so you can just quick zip with a drill. That one They've got a tiny hole in it, so I used my pin vise and just widened the hole a little bit, and then went in with a bigger one. So let's see what we got. This is the corroded one. I'm doing this one first because if I did bugger it up, then it wouldn't have mattered. So off comes this. They're both exactly the same, so put your fingers on it. Come on, boy. Get a lever underneath that. So off comes the base. Ah, got a spare wheel there, look at that. Okay, we've got a spare wheel, which is welded on. And that's just your base. There, that's your spare wheel there. That's your back glass. There, straightforward. And then what we're left with here, these are the tail light section. Just pull that out. That's your tail lights and your number plate. There. Interior tub just lifts out. Quite a nice fit. I'd imagine this steering wheel bit comes off if you want it to. Yeah. You pull the steering wheel bit off. It just clips on there. It's got your steering wheel. That's a die cast piece there. And your windscreen, luckily there's no rivet for that. That just pops out. This looks like it was an aerial. Yeah, okay. Didn't know that. Where's it gone? Yeah, so that was obviously a plastic aerial. We'll have to replace that. Alrighty. So that's the body half. Where did that bit go? I'll find it in a minute. That's the body half. Now the other one, the bottom half, this one is a lot more, a few bits and pieces to it. There you go. So you drill that one out. You drill that one out. And be careful because it will pop up. Yeah, like that. Because underneath here, when you take that off, underneath there, you've got your front suspension set up. But there's a spring. There's a spring bar there. See it? That spring bar there. So you just get that and pull it out. That sits, if you can see, if I can get from an angle, if you can see, this bar goes along underneath there, underneath that part of the suspension, the back there. See the slot? If you push the suspension down, it'll go in that bit further. Because if you don't push the suspension down and push the bar right in, it comes over here. You need to push it back so it goes there. So you need to just push the back of your suspension down and slide it in a bit further. So pull that out. Then your back half suspension, I think, all comes out. Yeah, it comes out there. Just trying to look, see. Yeah, you've got to get that exhaust over that rivet there. So get your screwdriver underneath carefully. And try and lever that over the top. I'm going to have to clean up around there a bit because the rivet's still got a little bit of crap attached to it. Here it comes. There you go. So once you lever that out, there the engine drops. So that's your engine. And be careful. I don't know why these two pieces here, the exhausts, they're loose, right? You drop them out, and that's where your spring is to push your chassis backwards. That's your spring there, so don't lose that spring. Yeah, I would suggest it might come out here. Okay, there's your spring. That's one that clips in to your bodywork. So whatever you do, don't lose that. That's that. That's that. That's that. That's that. And then this, I'm not sure what's going on here yet. Just pull them out and lift your back suspension off. Okay, they'll go in there. Yeah, they just sit in there. That way. They sit in there like that. So there you go. Had quite a few parts of this, isn't there? Yeah, you'll have to. Yeah, you're gonna grind down one. You're gonna grind down one of these edges to get the wheels and axle out. Okay, so we're gonna grind down there. Pull the wheel out. Same with the front one. You've got room. Just there. We grind it out and just pull the axle out. Alrighty. There's quite a few bits of parts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, hang on a minute. Where's the... That's the radiator. That's the back bit. Ah, yeah. You got this piece here now. There's no access at the back there. So... Yeah, that's metal. So I think you have to get a sharp knife in here and try and get that out, get them out. Quite how are you going to do that without damaging them? Yeah, because they are plastic and you can't get... Can you get through there? Just see a minute. Oh no, there's a little hole there. Oh, that ain't going to reach, is it? Just trying to find a way in. Ain't there? Got to try and get underneath there, I suppose. Right, that's something to look at. I'm going to have to think about this, how to get them out of there. Because if you see, there's not a lot of room to get a knife in without damaging the plastic of the glass. And there's no holes. There's a slight hole there, but that doesn't seem to line up. There, because that bit of casting's in the way there, isn't it? If I can get that in there and try and drill, it might allow me to get something on there. Right, let me piddle about with this and try and get, once I've found out how to get these out, I'll come back and let you know. I'm reluctant to like dig them out with a knife in case they get damaged. Yeah, that's the same, that one's the same. Alrighty. Oh, that didn't take long. Okay, I've got a little drill in my pin vise. You can perhaps do it with any pointy item, I suppose. Just made it big, and as soon as I put that in and it poked through, there you go, look, it works out that the whole lot comes out. I thought that was die cast in the middle and it was two separate lights, but it's not. It's one piece. So that's a bonus, and there you go. So it just fits in. You can see the two holes. Yeah. So they just fit in there. So when you see the two holes, you can either one here. Get some. You've got long, pointy thing, something like this. Yeah, you can get in there and just poke it. So, you know, do that rather than try and get a knife like I was trying to do. Yeah. So, there we have it. All these parts. There's a lot of them. So, the next stage then is when the screen's washed, the plastic parts washed, I'll get the wheels off. Just a matter of grinding. You soon do it before. Grind the end off, pull the axles out. And this plastic chrome pieces, these will go in the oven cleaner to get the chrome off. Same as that. And the rest will go in the caustic. That'll go in the caustic. That'll go in the caustic. These will go in the caustic. That'll go in the wash. That'll go in the wash. That'll go in the bin. And these will go in the caustic. So that's it. There you go. You have it stripped. So now you know what you're doing. Here we are then. All cleaned up. Ready to go. Cut quite nice. Bit of primer on there. I'm going to use white primer on this. That's the base. And that's the chassis there. And these are the plastic pieces. The plastic pieces that have been in the oven cleaner. So they'll get primed and painted silver. This will be like a graphite grey. This should be white, and obviously you got the blue lower part. So get it methylated spirits on it. Get it over there and get it painted. Okay, we're all painted. There you go. Yeah, I didn't bother showing you the masking because I only want a straight line. One bit of straight line across there. That's it. Just follow the body line there. And it's done. Right, the blue I used, because the bottom's blue. The blue I used was this Riviera blue. Okay. It shows up a bit lighter on the camera, but it's Riviera blue anyway. And I use just an ordinary graphite grey for the base. The chassis bit, as you can see, these are chrome silver, as per. I've polished up and brassoed this on here. Oh, a word of warning. If you're going to put this back in with a rivet, bear in mind the spring goes in there, so you can't drill that right away through, or if you've got a screw, you can't screw that right away through, so bear that in mind. Make a note of that. You've got to make a short rivet to go in there. And the chrome silver I use is this Chrome Effect spray paint. That's a bit of a bold statement. Yeah, there you go. So that's what I've been using for this. So all the parts are cleaned up now. What have I got to do now? Yeah, I've been doing a couple of dry fits on it because it's a bit tricky to get it back together again. So I've been having a little go at it with the old one. So as you can see, the difference is the old one. The wheels are all cleaned up, so it's a matter of, I'm just going to have another couple of goes at it to get it right. And that's a standard white on there. Okay, carry on. Okay, it's that time again. Assembly time. Now, this is going to be a bit tricky. Everything's here. I've done a few bits and pieces beforehand. I put the front lights in, put the tyres and axles through. Just got to paint them over, standard procedure. It's just trying to save a bit of time because this is going to take a while. I put the gear stick in because that's just a push fit. If I don't put it in, it'll just keep falling out, same as these. Okay. Right, so we'll start with the chassis first because that's the hardest part. Now, first thing you need to do, before you forget, because you don't want to forget to put this in, is that's your spring and your button. Okay. So that will go in here, like so. Right, so it drops in like that, sticks out there. Okay, so you put that down there for a second when you've done it. You want this piece. If I can remember right, they've done it a couple of times now off camera, and so you start working basically upside down. It's right when I was talking, well, I wasn't talking, but now I'm yakking. I can't remember how it goes. That way, that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry. So you're going that way. So you want to let that dangle. Okay. This is where it gets fiddly. Your back axle, you want it that way. I think it's that way around. Yeah. We'll see in a minute. Now, on here, I don't know if you can see it, there's two raised pieces there. Now, they want to go to the back, right? So, spin them if you can. It's not easy, I'm telling you. You need about 6 pairs of hands for this. Spin it round there. You've got to thread that through there. Okay. Then let it dangle. Then put them, turn it upside down like so. So it's like that. Move them out of the way. And get this piece, like I said, with the two slots at the back. There's one at the front. And there's two at the back, two little lumps. So they fit in like so. And then you can bring your exhaust up and over. So it should sit like this. Okay. That's the tricky bit, to be honest with you. Getting that in there. So you've got to put exhaust in on first. Thread it through these two. And make sure your back piece is got the two lumps on the back are facing the single lump on the chassis. Okay, that way it won't, so it's laying flat. I don't know if you can see that. Like so. All right. Then you need to hold it, turn it upside down without letting it all come out. And then this piece, get it all straight. This piece then, that little lug at the end there. Oh, it's bloody dropped out. See what I mean? It's not easy. It's a bit fiddly. So you've got to make sure that goes back in there, because you can't get it in otherwise. And get that. Push it in the lug at the back there. You'll see it's quite self-explanatory. And the spring there is caught, so you need to try and pull that back. This is the problem here, see, getting that spring to fit. It keeps dropping. So we'll put it in backwards. Hopefully it'll go in. Yeah, so it's gone in this. Like I say, it's very, very fiddly. And it's difficult to show it on camera because your hands are getting in the way all the time. And that's your rivet. So once your spring's in place, make sure your rivet, your plastic exhaust is pushed down over the rivet. Yeah, because it won't sit right if you don't. Then check your spring. Yeah, that's working. So you're looking something like this. All right. You got to make sure that's over. Then you want your spring bar. That goes under the first piece, over the axle at the back, and then it will tuck underneath. So just relieve a bit of pressure and it should tuck underneath. There you go. It tucks underneath at the right at the back there. Okay. And then you got to push it down and hold it down. All right, because it will spring up out of the way because it's got a lot of tension on it. Then your front end, that way up. Okay, now you should be out of, that should hold there. Okay. It might not be 100% clear what I'm doing because it's, like I say, it's awkward because you're trying to do it on camera and without letting it all fall apart. So apologies if it's not 100% clear. And this is the tricky bit. There's a little bit here which you've got to push the back plate as far back and the engine as far forward as you can to get that to fit in there. And push it down. This is where you want your super duper in there. Which rivet did I use? I can't remember now. It was a shorter one, wasn't it? Yeah. It was this one. Push that in there. Oh, you're not going to go in there, are you, little pig? It just goes to show, doesn't it? Now I had this in and out of here. Oh, I know, I have got the wrong one. Tell the lights, this one I want. The little tiny one. My mistake. I'm cursing for nothing. It's the little tiny one. That's the one you want in the back there because of the spring. Okay. And then a little super on the front for this one. There you go, that's in. Right, so they're both in now. Okay, spring's working. So that's your chassis complete. Like I say, it's a bit tricky, and apologies if you didn't get it all, because you'll know when you come to do it. But the main thing is, you've got to get the exhaust pipe on. That's the first thing, and then thread the axle over the axle frame, subframe, through it. Okay, that's why it's always best to take photographs. So that's how it's sitting. All right, I'm just letting that. I'm molding it because I want it to. I don't want it to spring up on me. Okay, and it does work there, and it works there. All right, so it should be all right now. I would say it's going to just plonk that down there. All right, that's your chassis. So I'm just checking it's not coming undone. Because it was a very short rivet on the back there because of that spring hole. Like I said before, be careful. That's that bit. Now another bit I've got to be careful of is this, because I put the aerial on. And this aerial, you'll see these all broke off. That's just a bit of sprue. I've glued it on, so I have to be careful with that. Right, window glass just sits in. That one. And get around the right way. That one. like so. Just I'll make sure I don't get off my oh god, the aerial. Ooh, I'll be careful. I'll keep forgetting about that flipping aerial. There and there, spare wheel. Fits over that rivet. Okay. Dashboard. I've already put the console back in. All right. That should just fit. If I've got it around the right way. Have I got it around the right way? That's it. Just drops in there like so. Oh, no. I moved it and that's it. Fitting like that. Your tail light section will fit over those two posts at the back there like so. And then that clicks on there because and this one you're going to have to hold it a little bit because it needs a bit of super duper on it. Okay. Might need the tweezers for this one because it's a bit hard to get hold of. So I'll try not to push it down because I've got the aerial. I don't want to break the aerial if I can help it. Hold that together. Because your spare wheel is actually pushing against this rivet, which doesn't make it easier for you. Aerial's still intact. So we'll hold that there for a minute. I need to put some glue on the front in a minute. We'll get this one set up at the front, at the back. So I don't want to get fingers on it. Okay. Put a bit of super on the front. Just around that rivet to hold it in place. Click it down. Alrighty. Yeah, back's still okay. That's okay. So we're good. We're all good. We're all good. That's what I'm trying to find. I don't want to break the aerial off. Yeah, we're all good. The only thing I've got to do, I haven't done yet, I was waiting till the end, was to put the decal on the front there. I will do all that before we get it on the Magic. But I'm just making sure that it all sits in nice around there, which it does do. And I haven't got any muck on it. Got a little bit of muck on there. But yeah, so there we go. Now, let's hope that we've got this right. Which way? Yeah, it goes in backwards. Then push that there. And that should fit in there. There you go. Let's hope we got it right. Oh yeah, there you go. Wow. To be honest with you, that was a bit nerve-wracking. I won't lie. There you go. So there it is. There it is. And I think, I can't remember how you do it now. Yeah, you push to get it separated. Push down there, pull it out. There you got your separation. Okay. Put it back the same way. That's it, job done. And we've still survived. The aerial still survived. Look at that, that inside looks quite nice, doesn't it? With that fresh blue and blinged up engine there. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. And this is a roller. So there you've got your back end. Got your front end. you're all good to go. Just sitting level. So the only thing you have to do is to put this decal on the front bonnet, on there, which we'll do in a moment, and then we'll get it on the Magic. This is what we started with. Tatty play worn Italian sports car. Wheel missing, scratched up, damaged roof pillars. So, have a look, see what we've done with it, see what you think. Have a look at this. Here we go, here it is. The Di Tomaso gear, Italian sports car or supercar. All done, bit fiddly, but we got there in the end. Decals, we're very careful at decal on that bonnet because it's like a gold leaf, so be very careful about flattening it out, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm glad I've done it, even though it was a bit nerve-wracking putting it back together again, but we got there in the end. I'm just going to let this go round, and then I'm going to separate the chassis, and you can see them separated. There's the engine in the back there. Pretty cool, that. Yeah. Okay, we just pause it there, and I'll separate the body from the chassis. Okay, there you go. Quite a neat little idea by Corgi, to be honest with you. Yeah, as you can see, just go round. Body off job. Yeah. It's nice that they didn't make the engine plastic. It looks better, metal. Got a bit of detail on the suspension there. That's all plastic, but the carburetors and the engine is not. There you go. Well, thanks for watching. Look forward to your comments. Look after yourselves. Enjoy yourselves and have fun whatever you're doing. And I'll see you again next week. And it's the end of purchases, end of month purchases video next week. So there you go. Tune in and see what I've got. So here we go. One more quick look at the engine. And then we'll say goodbye. Bye for now.